Hello, good morning, dear students. I, Professor Poonam Patil, welcome you all for today's lecture of computer application in business. This is your first module's video number 10. Topic for today's discussion is we'll see the meaning of these different things. See, key means what, primary key means what, foreign key means what. See, we'll discuss one by one in today's class. See, in previous class we have seen the types of two types of database. We have seen the two database languages and types of relationship, means what are the types of relationship, what is the use of that we have seen in previous class. In today's video class we shall discuss the this key means what, primary key means what, foreign key means what. We'll see one by one. See here, first one is key. Key means what? An attribute or set of attribute whose values are uniquely identifies a rows of a relation is called as a key. Then primary key means what? It is a unique identifier for a record in a file. Means it is a unique identifier in a record. Means if you created one table, in that table one key is uniquely defined. For example, roll number or registration number. For example, registration number. You all students, so you have a registration number. Each student have a different registration number. Not a single registration number is given to every student, because see here, registration number is different for each student. Mean it is a unique identification number for given for each student, that is called as a primary key. Then next one is foreign key. Foreign key means what? It is a field in a data set which is primary key in a related data set referred the master data set roll number used in student. For example, see here, in one table, in one student table, your student registration number is a primary key, because it is a unique identification number is given for each student. That key is not same for every student, it is different for each student. So in first table we have declared primary key as a student registration number. That same key we have used in another table as a foreign key, as a relation between the two table. We have used that same key in another table as a primary key. Then that key is called as a foreign key. Means that same key we have used in another table for reference purpose. Means how we connect one table to another table using that primary key, that is called as a foreign key. See here, data set referred as a master data set, means master key we use to connect two tables in another table. Then when used in library table, roll number referred as foreign key. Roll number is different for each student. Otherwise registration number is different for each student. So that registration number we used in one table, and for reference purpose we use that same registration number in another table, that is called as a foreign key. Then entity. Entity means what? It refers to a thing or object. Entity is a thing or object in a real world. For example, person, car. There are number of person. There are different cars. For example, birds. There are different birds. These are the entities. Student set. What you mean by student set? A group of similar entities. A group of entities is called as a entity set. One person means number of person. The person is an entity, and person, car, bird, these are the entity sets. A group of similar entities from an entity set which are shared as same properties or attributes. For example, person. Person means one entity. For example, all person. These are the entity set. Bird. all birds, these are the entity set. Car, there are number of cars, so car, number of cars are the entity set. Then attribute, attribute means what? These are the properties that are associated with entity, means attribute is associated with the entities. See here, for example, entity is car. Entity we have given her example as entity is car. So car, what are the attributes of car? So these are the properties that are associated with the entities. What are the attributes of car? Car name, car model number, then what are the different car number, then what are the different features in that car. These are the attributes of that car. For example, another example is entity is student. Student is one of the entity. Then what are the attributes of student entity? Student name, registration number, address, then date of birth, marks, average. These all are attributes of the student entity. Okay. Then next is ER diagram. What you mean by ER diagram? ER means entity relationship diagrams. See here, ER diagram, an entity relationship diagram, also known as an entity relationship model, is a graphical representation of an information system that depicts the relationship amongst people, objects, places, concepts, or events within that system. Means people, objects, places, concepts, or events. We shall declare this all information in diagrammatic form is called as a ER diagram. See, notation of the ER diagram means what are the symbols we use to draw the ER diagram. See here, there are different symbols we are using to draw the ER diagrams. First one is, we'll see one by one. First diagram is, this diagram is called as a rectangle. So fill the rectangle. The name of this symbol is entity. We use this diagram, we use this symbol for entity. If you want to show any entity, so use this type of diagram to show the entity. Then blank rectangle is weak entity. If you want to show the weak entity, use this type of symbol. Then rhombus symbol is used for relationship. It shows the relationship between the tables. Then this double rhombus is identifying relationship. If you want to identifying relationship, then use this symbol. Then this symbol we used for attributes, means what are the attributes of any particular entity. If you want to see show that all attributes of that entity, use this diagram. Then this is key attribute. Key attribute means underlined that whatever you have used in that attribute, so that is called as a key attribute. Then this diagram is used for multi-valued attribute. If you want to define the multi-valued attribute, use this type of diagram. Then symbols. See here, this is composite attribute. If you want to show the composite attributes, use this type of symbol to symbols for composite attributes. Then derived attributes, use this type of diagram for diagram to show the derived attribute. These are the notations we use to draw the ER diagram. We'll see one example. See, this is one of the example how to draw the ER diagram. ER diagram representation. This is the ER diagram representation. This is the ER diagram of banking related. Okay, one customer. So customer is one of the entity. So we have used this type of diagram for entity. If you want to show the relation between the two entities, here customer is one entity, account is another entity. If you want to show the relation between one and another entity, so use the rhombus symbol for relationship. Show the relationship. Deposit. Deposit is the relation between the customer and account entity. What are the attributes of customer? So if you want to show the attributes, see here, attribute This is the diagram to show the attributes. So we have used here attribute. These are the attributes of the customer entity. Name of customer, city of customer, phone number of customer. What are the attributes of account? So account number, balance, locker. These are the attributes of the account entity. And relationship is deposit. Deposit, it's the relation between this entity and this entity. This is called as a ER diagram. Like this way we can draw any ER diagram. This is called as a, means all information is shows in diagrammatical form. This is called as a entity relationship diagram. It shows the relationship between the entities. What are the advantages of ER diagram? Advantage is conceptual simplicity, visual representation. It shows the representation of the information, effective communication tool, integrated with the relational database tools. These are the advantages of the ER diagram. What are the disadvantages of ER diagram is limited relationship representation, no data manipulation language, loss of information content, complex for end users, means it is very complex to end users to understand. Okay, these are the advantages and disadvantages of ER diagram. See here your first module is end. So from next video onwards I'll start the second module. So I'll stop here.